in the deep dark lair of MegaSilver 3000.
Hey Silver, have you seen Shimoda or Lucario X around? I haven't been able to reach them for months.
Well, last I heard from Lucario X after he fucking wrecked my car, he's still dealing with trying to take down some rich corporate asshole.
Hola, Pwned. Time for your ass chicken.
Okay, what kind of ninja goes around blowing stuff up in a mech?
The ones who go all crazy.
Huh, didn't think it would be taking him this long. That guy he's after must have really good lawyers.
I guess. Still, don't know about Shimoda Brian. I haven't been able to reach him for a while either.
This hospital sucks. They got nothing but Dr. Mario games. And you haven't even finished healing me yet.
Oh, you want something different? Well, I think we got just the thing for you. Mortal 1 Combat! The new one.
I'm going to murder you, every staff in this building, burn it down to the ground, and then give a 0-star rating on Google.
So since you're here, wanna play Mario Kart Double Dash? It's the next one in the series.
Okay. I do hear that this is the one where the series actually starts to get good. I hope that actually is the case.
Hey, it can't possibly be as flawed as Mario Kart 64, right?
It better not be, and if it is, you owe me ice cream.
Fine, but you're only getting dark chocolate. Mario Kart Double Dash was unveiled at E3 2001, along with some other games Nintendo had lined up for the launch of their 6th generation home console, the GameCube.
Man, I really wanted to go to an E3.
They literally just showed a demo animation of Mario and Luigi with their Melee models driving around in go-karts and said, "Hey, we got a new Mario Kart in development!" I mean, they literally just called it Mario Kart as the working title. But hey, considering the last 3D Mario Kart had just sprites for the characters, I guess it was neat to see an idea of what they had in mind for their next Mario Kart game, and that they were going full 3D.
But you'll notice that this trailer just shows Mario and Luigi driving around in their own carts. So it seemed during the developments, they were initially planning to just make another Mario Kart, but make it look better than the previous one. And then as the game's development was progressing, someone at Nintendo just said, Hey, what? Get this. We make a Mario Kart game, but you love this. We put 2 drivers in the cart. Well, whoever that genius was deserves a raise and thousands of ice creams. I am really in the mood for ice cream. However, the development team apparently had a hard time making the game with a completely new and unique mechanic, while trying to keep it enjoyable for old fans of the series. Chief Director Kazuki Mizuki was also tasked with making the game appealing to newcomers, so he came to the conclusion to make the gameplay as simple as possible. Well, good freaking job, because I had a hard time on 100cc, and when something's too hard, I give up because I'm a big fat baby who wants to have fun.
Shigeru Miyamoto Bike worked as a producer on the game, and presented the staff with a variety of opinions, which in turn they would incorporate into the game in the best way they possibly could. The team were also allowed to decide which graphics they wanted to use without restrictions. So I guess this was back when Nintendo actually cared about graphics. 2 E3s later, a playable demo of the game was shown off, and eventually the game would be released in November worldwide, and received generally positive reviews. And as the years went on, the game kinda just faded into obscurity, I guess. I mean, it was on the Nintendo GameCube, not necessarily a failure like the Wii U, but it was still not one of Nintendo's most successful consoles. In fact, Nintendo's home console sales were slowly declining up until the Wii, thanks to competition from Sony, which they indirectly created. And at the time, some gaming journalists found this game to be underwhelming. Excuse me?
Well, let's see what this one has in store for us. Will this be the one that finally gets everything done right? Or will this be the 4th Mario Kart game in a row, which I don't enjoy, and I slowly turn into a Mario Kart hater? This doesn't play like Spyro and Crash Racing.
So starting up the game, we got the usual suspects. Grand Prix with 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, and mirror mode. And also time trials. Just knocking this out of the way, the time trial mode is exactly the same as it always been. Not much to comment here. And for multiplayer, we got versus and battle mode. The game introduces a bigger roster of characters and vehicle options than any Mario Kart before it. Already we're seeing a big upgrade and many possibilities of combinations. However, you can't have the big characters ride the smaller karts, which is a shame. We're not at that game yet.
This is the first Mario Kart game to have an emphasis on unlockables, because as you progress through the game, you unlock more content, and not just an alternate title screen. That was very common back then, now that I think about it. You unlock characters, carts, and stages for the battle mode. This is the first Mario Kart game where you are encouraged to win all the Grand Prix difficulty to unlock all of the game's content, so you can get the most fun out of the multiplayer mode with your friends. When you first play the game, the characters you start off with are Marpo, Luigi Pie, Peaches, Dizzy, Dino Tax Evader, Bub, Baby Marpo, Wait, there's baby versions of them? Mario Kart has a time paradox now?
We've also got Koopa Tropicana and Koopa Red Bull.
It's good to see my boy here, and he brought a friend.
Also, there's Donkey Kong! Shimoda's worst enemy from Smash 4, Jack Black, Little Jack Black Jr., Garlic Man, and Pinball Man. You can also unlock Todd, Toadette, King Boo, and Petey Piranha!
Also, Toadette was created for this game because Toad needed a partner. So she had the same backstory as Waluigi.
When the roster is complete, you have a total of 20 characters, and each of them have their own special items. Mario and Luigi can throw fireballs and hit opponents from the front or behind them. Peach and Daisy can create a shield around their kart, and can pick up 2 items on the track. This one I really like and find useful. I seriously don't get why some people say this one is useless. The Koopas get the triple shells. Okay, no longer an item everyone can use. The Kongs get a giant banana that looks so pissed from being forced to listen to Call Me Maybe over and over again on repeat.
Yoshi and Birdo can throw eggs that contain items that you or the opponent can use after impact. The Baby Mario Bros get a chain chomp. Move on away! It's Black Friday! I got to get my Nintendo Switch 2 OLED Super Mario Bros. Edition featuring Dante from the Back to the Future. Dad and Boy gets to throw a giant Bowser shell and destroy the opponents. Wario and Waluigi get the bombs. Todd and Toadette gets the Golden Mushroom, another item that was previously available to everyone in 64. And finally, King Boo and Petey Piranha gets everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything?
Wait, are we ripping off some Comic Johnny?
The rest of the items are items that are returning from the previous games. The mushrooms, triple mushrooms, single red shell, single green shell, banana peel, star, lightning bolt, and of course, the dreaded blue shell, which is even deadlier than before. In fact, when you get hit by a powerful item such as the star or the blue shell, your item thrower will be dangling off the back of the cart and won't be able to throw items for a while. It is a little annoying, but also kind of funny to watch.
Oh, and also, you can now throw a Koopa shell at a mushroom lying on the course, and it will disappear. Who thought that was a good idea? And let's not forget about the fake item box. The item that you can use to fuel your opponent. It's red now. Who the heck are you fooling this with? At least in 64, they were harder to distinguish from the real ones. But here, they're very distinct from the actual item boxes, and they no longer defend you from incoming items. Screw this game!
Like Mario Kart 64, we're back to 4 trucks. Like Mario Kart 64, we're back to 4 cups with 4 tracks in each cup. The Mushroom Cup opens with Luigi Circuit. It's pretty much your standard average starting course. Oh my gosh, you go backwards in this course? Yeah, this track literally sends you back the way you came, straight towards the other racers. I guess this is one unique way of opening the Mushroom Cup in a Mario Kart game. It's not a super mind-blowing track or anything, but it is a unique one. Chain Chomp!
Peach Beach. Screw the Cataquacks. I'm glad they became extinct after Mario Kart Wii. Screw that mission in Sunshine, and screw Mario! And the water rises under the pipe shortcuts that doesn't really count as a shortcut, to be honest. All you get is a double item box. Baby Park. It's one short loop where you go round and around and around and around in 7 laps, with this music going round and around and around. Someone in the development team literally had the guts to say, hey, what if we made a course that is just an oval? And they did it. This track may have the simplest and the most unoriginal layout out of any track in this game, and probably the whole series, but the speed, the items, and the stupid music makes this track absolute madness to play on. This is a course where you are guaranteed to get Mario Karted on. You know, screw it. It's the best goddamn course in the whole galaxy. Who needs a planet?
Dry Desert is a desert with tornadoes, and a pit with a piranha plant that eats you if you fall in. Nice Star Wars reference, but other than that, meh. Oh boy, we got another city course opening the Flower Cup. But thankfully, Mushroom City is nowhere near as difficult as Toad's Turnspike. There's a pipe shortcut just like Peach Beach, except it doesn't really slow you down as much. And there's a giant Wiggler vehicle and bomb cars for some reason. Oh, and then there's the bridge shortcut. The bridge rails have boost pads on top and it is very difficult to pull this shortcut off. You're probably gonna fall off if you attempt this, but if you dare to try it, good luck!
Mario Circuit. It's alright. There's a few tight turns, bumpy hills, a chain chomp. It's alright. Not sure why this isn't in the Mushroom Cup. Daisy Cruiser. Hey, isn't that the boat we saw in Peach's Beach? Anyway, you're on a boat that has moving item blocks and tables everywhere. I do not think I want to be on that boat. Nah, just kidding. Whee! It's honestly a pretty good track, but I am so used to the 3DS version. Why can't I swim?
Waluigi Stadium is a dirt bike stadium that has a bunch of ramps, fire hoops, mud, piranha plants, and a cheering crowd. This is one of my favorite stages in the whole series, and the music is simply amazing. It's just a really amazing and memorable course. It would get a glow up in a later game, and some downgrades I didn't like in another later one, but we'll get to it when the time comes. Kicking off the Star Cup, we've got Sherbet Land. Did we forget to mention how slippery Mario Kart Double Dash's controls are? Combine that with ice physics and a bunch of freezies that freeze you and you can crash into easily, and you get a track that is not a lot of fun to play on. The music is nice, but still not enough to salvage this one. This is giving me flashbacks to Snowland from Super Circuit, and that's no good.
Mushroom City. Where the heck am I going? Where do I need to go? If you move clap your hands. If you move clap your hands. Hey,
I'm driving here. Hey, come on. Why are you doing this to me? I gotta get to work. All right, Max, left or right? Which way is it? Left or right, Maxie? You gotta know left or right, Maxie.
it's good. Moving on. Yoshi Circuit is also a little generic, aside from the whole island looking like a Yoshi. Yoshi's Island. But it's still fun. There's also this shortcut that never appears in DS or 8 for some reason. Why?
DK Mountain, one of the coolest courses. This is the track where we're introduced to one of the coolest set pieces in Mario Kart history. The Barrel Cannon. You drive up a hill and when you go through the barrel, BOOM! You're shot straight into the air with your partner struggling to hold on to the back of the cart, and then you land on top of one pissed looking mountain. And after a quick turn, you see the cannon off in the distance and you're like, whoa! That's where I was 12 seconds ago? The cannon is one of my favorite set pieces in the whole Mario Kart series. It's so damn cool watching your character get shot across the course at such high momentum. Again, this is such a great course. I love getting shot to the top of the mountain or volcano, I guess, making my way down, overcoming those tight turns, crossing the Bridge of Death, and then doing it all over again. Damn you Mario Kart 7 and 8 for ruining this cool gimmick. It's a me, Wario! Long before some asshole came along and stole it, Wario owned the greatest coliseum to ever exist. A bunch of ramps, a giant cage with tight turns, and the kick-ass song shared with Waluigi Stadium. Yeah, I really love this track. I am a little disappointed it wasn't brought back in 8 Deluxe, but it's still better than its Mortal Kombat 9 iteration.
Dino Dino Jungle is what would have happened if Professor Egad decided to take the dinosaur DNA from Mosquito and create his own theme park. It's a pretty fun track. But goddamn is it hard to get through those narrow bridges with these damn controls! Bowser's Castle is... I like it. There's a lot of turns, prompts, a Bowser statue breathing fire, and a risky shortcut that I've never taken. Like most of the shortcuts in this game, if I'm going to be honest. I don't have too much to say about this, but I like it.
I like how the creepy atmosphere of the 64 track has been carried over to this one, with the haunting music, the giant Bowser face at the entrance, Bowser laughing like an asshole whenever you get hit or fall off the track, and the addition of the thunder and lightning. There's also the section where you can see the front entrance of the castle, and you can fall off the track there very easily. This is a damn cool Bowser Castle track. Not necessarily my absolute favorite, but I really like this one. And I do sort of miss when Bowser Castle tracks had a creepy atmosphere instead of having heavy rock music. Not that I have an issue with the heavy rock Bowser Castle tracks, they're good in their own way, but still.
And last, but certainly not least, we have the one and only...
It's called a road, it's called a Rainbow Road. It is a road where you go when you die.
Oh look, we're above Mushroom City. It's like a little planet from Sonic CD.
I think Silver should play Sonic CD.
This Rainbow Road is beautiful. Beautiful. Everything. Down to the last minute details. As Retro mentioned, you're racing above Mushroom City. I really like how Double Dash connects some of its tracks together. And the track is just so beautiful to look at, the music is ear-blessing, and the course is reasonably challenging, but not unfair. 4 games in, and we have finally gotten a really freaking good Rainbow Road. And thankfully, this is not the last game where we will see a Rainbow Road that is damn near perfection.
Yeah, I still fall off a lot. But yeah, a damn good Rainbow Road with Double Dash controls! There's also this pipe cannon thing that makes you go whee! And I really like how you can get the shooting stars and go invincible, and you can't touch me. You can go to hell, you can suck. Well, certainly not this ice cream I'm gonna have, because yeah, I'm gonna get more ice cream. I'll be right back.
Overall, this game has a very strong course selection. There are not a lot of bad courses. The only course I find to be outright bad would be Sherbet Land. But overall, this game has a lot of damn good courses to choose from.
Honestly, the closest track I can think of that's close to being bad is Dry Desert. And that's only because I don't care about desert levels. And that one sinkhole, screw that sinkhole. The rest are either mid or really good. So overall, a pretty good selection.
As you will immediately notice from one look at the game, Mario Kart Double Dash has a new prominent mechanic, being that you now have 2 racers per kart, which means that the player can now hold 2 items at a time. And with special items, this is the most chaotic one yet. You switch between characters using the Z button, and it helps strategize what items you want to use, and it is best to mix up your pairs so that you get 2 special items of your preference. Or you could just be that one jerk who picks King Boss Boo and Petey Parker Piranha and just get every special item.
But yeah, this is weird. I like it. It just adds to the craziness of Mario Kart, and you have to switch characters if you want to get more items. And it gets even better with 2 human players in one kart. You have to work together very well if you want to win, since you'll have one who's driving and one who is focusing on items. And you'll both have to press Z at the same time if you want to switch, and then you'll have to get this whole new focus. But if you can work together and have really good coordination, prepare to win them all!
Graphically, this game is really gorgeous to look at, even 20 years later. Despite that this game came out 3 console generations ago, and modern consoles having HD graphics, the GameCube era of Mario games just have such a timeless look. Sure, Double Dash may look outdated compared to modern Mario games, but for a game from 2003, its visuals still hold up exceptionally well.
Yeah, 64's 3D environments were impressive for the time and all, but Double Dash showcases a significant glow up in visuals. Not only were they impressive for 2003, they really stand well against the test of time. But the controls on the other hand... Why? Why? Holy crap! I'm not even joking. This game just straight up hates me. I think the rule is that if I didn't grow up with the game, it's not gonna be good. I'm gonna suck. I'll see you later. Granted, they're still way better than 64, but they still have that issue where if you want an item box and you want to move left, I still freaking move right. Why do I do that? Why? Also, I think I may or may not have a controller issue, so bear with me. But the drifting also sometimes doesn't want to work. Again, better than 64, but this game just hates me. Why won't I drift? It's also a bit tricky to pull off the drift boost. There doesn't seem to be a flow to it. I know how it works though, I just gotta move left and right quickly. But that bit's not bad, I'm just not used to it. It also doesn't help when the rest of my buttons doesn't want to work, like switching drivers or using items. That's completely my controller's fault, not the game. I seriously need new controllers. The rest of the physics though are pretty good. It's kinda got that, bouncy feeling. I like it.
The physics are not as wacky as Mario Kart 64, since when you hit an obstacle, the game is more forgiving and you recover a lot faster than you would in 64. And there's no more bouncing around after getting hit. Admittedly, it was funny to look at back in 64, but it was more of a thing of its time.
The startup boost is better too. You have to press A as soon as it says go. And if both of you press A, you can do the double dash. That's the best use you've got for that name?
Now let's get to the meat of Mario Kart, the multiplayer.
Meat!
Just like 64, all you need is controllers for up to 4 players, and then you can get nuts! No need for 4 consoles and 4 copies of the game.
Oh, that reminds me. This game has LAN play support. You can connect up to 8 GameCube consoles and 16 players, which is pretty cool. Granted, you need to be in the same house, so... Who the heck has 8 freaking GameCubes?
You and your friends can choose from Grand Prix, Versus, and Battle mode. And you can choose to play all against each other, or 2 of you can team up and try to beat the other duo drivers. Battle mode now has 3 different modes to pick from. First, there's the usual balloon battle where you pop everyone's balloons. And once a player loses all of their balloons, they are out of the game. No more turning into bomb cars, it's just an all-out match to the death where the last one standing wins. Shine Thief. In this mode, there's a shine sprite, and players have to hold on to the shine for as long as they can. You can use items to make your opponent drop the shine and grab it for yourself. This mode is intensely fun. It's more or less a game of cat and mouse, and if you manage to get your hands on the shine, be ready for everyone coming at you like a bunch of trucks.
And finally, our other new battle mode is Bomb Blast.
Did someone say boom?
Everything go boom! You go boom! He goes boom! She goes boom! I go boom! Everyone goes boom! Who needs a freaking planet because the universe goes boom! It's crazy and fun. I have no idea what to do, but it's a fun mode.
There are 6 battle stages to choose from. You start off with 4, and the last 2 are unlockable. Cookie Land. It's a cookie. Not much else to say. Block City. It's sort of a sequel to Block Fort, and it's a lame follow-up to that stage. It's small and not much to it. Next, GameCube. It's literally a giant GameCube. Another simple stage, but it's such a small enclosed space, meaning like Baby Park, items are gonna be everywhere.
Pipe Plaza. You go in a pipe and out another. It's fun. Whee! Tilted Kart. You have to fight gravity on a giant 8-bit Mario, and it's really hard to drive on this course. Damn you, Isaac Newton!
And finally, we got Boston Building.
What?
Zooey Mama.
What?
You battle in a 3-story building. You got the main floor, the basement, and the roof. This is such a fun course to battle on, and undoubtedly my favorite one in the game. You got 3 floors to battle and hide on, and it's a nice representation of the classic GameCube launch title, Boston Building.
Okay, seriously, why are you calling Luigi's Mansion Boston Building?
Vui Mama!
Seriously, do you want to watch the movie or something? As per usual, the multiplayer is extremely fun. It's chaotic, there's lots of courses and battle modes to choose from. And a 2-driver per kart mechanic makes for an interesting mix and match combos, and you'll want to pick the ones with special items that are best suited for your preference. Or you can be a jerk like me and pick Peter Prana and Kim Boot and get all the items. Oh, and we almost forgot to mention the Old Cup Tour, where you get to play all 16 tracks back to back. Back to back, back to back, it always starts off with Luigi's Circuit, then shuffles the next 14 courses randomly, and then you finish off with Rainbow Road. Consider the Old Cup Tour the ultimate test of your skills, because after you beat it on Mirror Mode, you are rewarded with the Golden Parade Cup from the ceremonies after winning a Grand Prix. And this magnificent card can be used with any of the characters. Cool, but if you want to beat the Old Cup Tour, you either get good with your controls, or don't frickin' bother.
Mario Kart Double Dash's music is an improvement over Mario Kart 64's music. There's more variety this time, but some songs are still shared with several tracks. The circuit theme is used for Luigi Circuit, Mario Circuit, and Yoshi's Tax Fraud Circuit. And as I said before, Waluigi Stadium and Wario Coliseum share the same music. But then again, that song is frickin' fire, so I'll let it slide. As for other courses that share the same music, Mushroom Bridge shares the same music with Mushroom City, Peach Beach with Daisy Cruiser, and DK Mountain with Dino Dino Jungle. As for the music itself, it's very joyful and bouncy. There are still a lot of good songs in this game, with my favorites being Wario Coliseum / Waluigi Stadium, Mushroom City, and Rainbow Road. And Baby Park? Well, it's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add, but I love the soundtrack here. I especially love the intro and title screen.
So, that was Mario Kart Double Dash, and this was certainly a unique one. The 2 drivers per kart gimmick makes for really interesting mix and match combinations, and this game still holds up very well today. Everything about this game, aside from the controls, feels polished and redefined compared to Mario Kart 64. The visuals, the music, and especially the tracks. And of course, this game has the good old chaotic multiplayer mode we've come to know and love. And to be honest, I would say that this has one of the best multiplayer modes the series has to offer. It's one of the most chaotic ones, the 2-player per kart makes for interesting strategies, you got a good course selection, and the 3 different battle modes are interesting. I would say that this one has arguably one of the best battle modes in the series.
I still don't think this was the game that made Mario Kart as good as it is today, but I still think it's an important stepping stone in the series. Aside from the controls just straight up hating me so much, I am just cursed, man! It's a really fun game to play, especially with multiplayer, more so than any other Mario Kart game before it. And I really love the 2 races gimmick. It's a really fun and wacky idea that I wish came back in at least an extra mode in future Mario Kart games. If you have friends, play this. And find a friend who's willing to 100% the game for you. Yeah.
This game has really stood the test of time, and I think I can confidently say that even with its slippery controls, it is the first really good Mario Kart game. 4 games in, and this is the first one that gets almost everything right. It's got appealing visuals, good music, a great course selection, and a good chaotic fun multiplayer mode. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. It's not the absolute best Mario Kart game, but it is definitely one that's worth checking out.
Hey, could I have your Mario games?
No!